Well, I got over to Fox News, and they had Karl Rove on as a guest, and they were asking him, the talking heads were asking, well, do you think that Jonathan Gruber will be called to testify at Congress? And then they showed you a little clip of Jim Jordan from Ohio. I think he's a great congressman as well. And he felt that absolutely he's going to have to answer a whole lot of tough questions. Well, what Karl Rove was then asked is, well, do you think Obama is going to exert executive privilege? I'm absolutely convinced he's going to exert executive privilege. No different than when he exerted executive privilege when Darrell Issa, the congressman from California, was closing the net on the less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder Jr. in regard to Fast and Furious. The way executive privilege works, to the best of my understanding, is that the only way that Obama can exert executive privilege is if he was directly involved. So if the questions asked of Jonathan Gruber was this Obamacare manufactured to deceive the American people, Obama can, and I'm certain that he will, exert executive privilege because he knows the answer to that question. An absolute yes. But since he was involved in the conversation, he will exert executive privilege, preventing any testimony to be given by Jonathan Gruber. No different than what he did, once again, with Fast and Furious. The cards are stacked against the American people. They always have been, especially by this criminal, corrupt, dysfunctional administration. Will we ever learn the truth? Well, probably not. But I've got a lot of hope that Obamacare will fall apart. The other thing that people need to recognize is that when the employer mandate kicks in, employers are going to be canceling policies left, right, and center. It's a lot less expensive for them to pay the fine than it is to pay to insure their employees. The numbers that were given were a $2,000 fine versus an $11,000 premium. The math adds up the same way as it adds up with the Muslims at 6.9 births to our at 1.2. The American people need to start having more sex and stop aborting their children. But that's a different story. The good news is that with people like Jim Jordan from Ohio, Trey Gowdy from the Carolinas, I'm expecting a whole lot of riveting information to come out during the month of December from Trey Gowdy and a special committee investigating, you know who, yeah, Benghazi. For you folks that are new to my site, do yourself a favor, do me a favor. Look up MOV 01868. Once again, I did that 2 years ago. And tell me if it's not reflective of what you believe really happened and why it really happened in Benghazi, Libya. I think it's just a matter of time before this corrupt administration is reduced to the rubble that it's trying to reduce America to. That's what I think. So what do you think?